Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Fantasy Football League podcast. I'm your host, the Imperial Godz, and I want you to do a couple things for me before we get into tonight's episode. Like, subscribe, and enjoy. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, people, welcome back. It's your boy, the Imperial Godz, and I'm happy to have you guys with me. I'm loving this thing, guys. How you feeling? Yeah, you feeling good? Go ahead, give me some of that applause. I like that applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? It's your boy, the Imperial Godz, and I'm back with this morning fantasy thing coming straight through your speakers. Turn the decibels up. Give it up for your boy. One more time. We ready for this thing. This morning fantasy thing. This is why we came. This is why we're here. Welcome again. It's your host, the Imperial Godz, and this is More Than Fantasy Football League podcast coming live to you today. I got something I want to talk about, and it's the top 10 picks in fantasy football, courtesy of ESPN through the More Than Fantasy Football League podcast from the More Than Fantasy Football League itself. This is how they choose to score, or this is how they choose to rank. So we're going to talk about the top 10 in average ADP. You heard me mention this before. ADP is average draft position. I'm going to go by the ESPN's average draft position top 10. So who ESPN has ranked, who we should be picking in the top 10. I'm gonna go over the pros and cons of each one of those players today, people. I'm going to give you the Imperials' take on how I feel about each one of those players. I'm going to tell you what the pros of taking them are at the number one spot, if they're number one. At the number two spot, if they're number two. I'm going to tell you the cons of taking that person at the number two spot, if there are any cons of that person taking them at the number two spot. I so happen to have the number 5 spot. So, of course, at the number 5 spot, do I get who I want? Not always. You're not always going to get exactly the player you would take number 1 at the number 5 spot. I don't expect to. But will I get great value from that spot, number 5? You bet your ass I am. You can bet your ass I am. I'm going to take the best value at number 5. And I hope everyone's listening, because that's what I'm going to do. That's what you should do. Take the best value at each player from the top 1 to 10. You hear me say this before. You can't miss 1 through 10. You just can't do it. In the first 2 rounds, one of those players has to work out. If not, you're in for a bad season. Your top 2 picks go down. There's no way you have a team to sustain, unless you just drafted that damn good and seen the future. So these first 2 picks are very crucial. But we're going to talk about that first round. In the first round only, people. And we're going to start with the number 10 guy. Let's go ahead and share that screen. Give me a second. All right. So, screen. Let's see. Pull it up. Rankings and projections. All right. Number 10. That person being... Look, my scroll game is off right now. I got it. All right. So, that'll be your first person on the board. His name is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 10. What can I say about Amon-Ra today that you guys don't know already? That boy's a beast. He really is, though. He really is, though. At the number 10 spot, if you take him, what are you getting? You're getting a PPI manga. That's your positives about him at number 10. So if you got the number 10 spot in your draft and he falls to you at that number, you're safe to say you got somebody who's going to produce in More Than Fantasy. He shares targets with a couple fast people, but he runs the best routes on the team, bar none. He obviously has an incredible work ethic and amount of pride and a chip on his shoulders, and he plays like that. He plays like that all the time. Like he has a chip on his shoulder. That's a plus when it comes to any fantasy football player who's playing out there with heart. That means he's got that dog in him. This is the plus. This is one of my main pluses about him. Somebody having that dog in him. If you don't know what that dog is, That dog means they just fight for every inch. That means they go out there and they're trying to make it happen with effort as well as talent, right? You don't get both sometimes. Sometimes you got effort, and sometimes you got talent. Now, you could be a dog with effort, with limited talent, but when you got the talent and the skill to back up with that effort, that's what Amon-Ra St. Brown is. That's what he does. He puts in maximum effort. He's not the biggest guy. He's not even the fastest guy. But he outworks you on the field. He never stops. He has an unlimited motor, and he goes, and he goes, and he goes. That's why he has a great value at number 10. That's why he's an amazing pick at number 10. You're going to always get targets. You have a brilliant offense in the Lions. Now, they did lose their offensive coordinator, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to run a whole new offense there. That's been embedded. What they're doing over there has been embedded into that team. Mind you, Ben Johnson is now in Chicago, and he's giving them the recipe to what they're doing, what they were doing over there at the Lions for the last couple years, of course. But they have a great coaching staff. They'll switch it up. And they'll get him the ball. He'll get his targets. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a brilliant pick because he gets his targets. PPR, people, points per reception. At number 10. Now, let me tell you why he might be his negatives, or what may be his negatives. His negatives, Amon-Ra St. Brown, are not mostly his fault. His fault is the team. His team have 2 running backs, both getting their carries, and they punch the ball in. They run the ball into the end zone. They have a goal line back who's tough as nails, and they have a fast back who you give him the ball, he can do dynamic things with it. So they will run the ball down your throat at times. He's going to do his work between the second quarter and the third quarter. Why? Because they open up each game running the ball, and they close each game running the ball. That's what the Lions do. They get on tempo by running. They like to run the ball between the tackles, on the edges. I believe that they're going to continue this even though Ben Johnson is gone, because they have a great line as well. Jared Goff is a good quarterback. He's going to do everything you ask of him. Is he going to go out there and get you the numbers? I mean, he's going to get you fair numbers. They won't be crazy, but he's not going to throw 40 touchdowns. He's just not going to do it, especially with that kind of running game they got right there and over there in Detroit. And these are my pros and cons of your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the pros and the cons you get for yourself. You have to look at which outweighs which. Which is heavier there? Do you care that he has to split with such a dynamic offense, that Williams is on the other side and he can get just as much attention and get of the ball this year because he's getting better and better? That's also something you got to think about. The ball has to go around. He has to get his fair share. Is he worth a top 10 pick when you can be getting a running back that's going to get the ball 30, 20 times plus a game automatically? A dominant running back, you could still get one of those right there who's going to see the ball 20 plus times. I mean, Achan's going to be around there. Genty's going to be around there. Let's look at this one more time. And honestly, you really have to make a decision when you're drafting these people, because there's pros and there's cons. Now I want you to weigh those pros and cons that I give you. You're getting it straight from the Imperial right now. So there's going to be some negatives. There's going to be some positives. But you got to figure out what do you feel? Again, look, Ashton Genty right here at 11. Achane right here at 12. Both of those players are going to see the ball 20 plus times a game in their hand. Meanwhile, Amon-Ra has to share with 2 dominant running backs, a great wide receiver, and another tight end. Laporta ain't no joke. He's going to get his targets. Williams is going to get his targets. This is the negatives about taking a guy who's on a dynamic offense with a lot of weapons. When you could be getting a stud who's getting the ball more 25 times a game. Ashton Denty is not coming off the field, people. He's not going to come off the field. He'll be there. He can block on third down. He's strong. He's going to be there. He's going to get the ball 25 times. Meanwhile, Amon-Ra might have 9 targets, and he catches 6 to 7 to 8 of them a game. That could go for 130. It can also go for 67. It just depends on what day it is. So you gotta look at yourself. You gotta look in the mirror and decide. Okay, today am I going to take this guy at number 10 who's going to get the ball 6 to 9 times a game for anywhere from 67 yards or 80 yards to 130. That's probably his max. It's probably his max. I mean, they got him on target last year, 141 targets. That's crazy. 141 targets. He had 115 receptions. That's immaculate. And 1,200 yards. His average was 11 yards. He had 12 TDs. And he didn't run the ball much, but he had pretty good. I mean, overall, 331 fantasy points on what is that? 17 games, 18 games. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's amazing. So, I mean, are these games? You got to look through your games and see how they were laid out. But I'm telling you, do you take a guy who's getting the ball 6 to 9 times a game, or do you take the guy who's getting the ball 21 times a game? It's up to you, people. It's up to you. Let's move up. Who we got coming? Number 9, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors, people. Malik in his sophomore campaign. What is Malik going to do for us this year? Well, according to ESPN, Malik is questionable. But let's talk about his pros. I always want to start with something positive before I go negative. So let's start with your positives before we go negatives about anybody. I'm not even going to talk about that Q. Let's go with the positives. I'm sorry, Malik. I did you an injustice. Let's start with the positive. Imperial, apologize. Well, let's go. So positive. This kid is absolutely dynamic and outstanding when it comes to being on that field. He is a banger, people. A banger. Give it up for the bangers. I believe that 100%. He's different. He's different. When he's out there, he's a physical presence. He's fast. He has them hands. And he's a matchup nightmare. He's a matchup nightmare when he's playing. He has to be playing, though. I mean, what he did last year, impeccable. Impeccable. I mean, he was injured, and he still put it. I mean, they gave him 170 targets, 109 receptions for 1,200 yards. I'm talking, that's crazy. I mean, it really is. Considering, he was in and out. He was in and out. You could tell he wasn't all the way healthy half these games. So he was coming in and out off injury. He never really had a chance to sustain that greatness, but when he first started, I mean, his first couple games, you could see he separates himself when it comes to athletes on the field. He looks different. He passes the eye test. I believe Malik Neighbors is the future. People are going to be talking about him as one of the best. He has that ability to be one of the best. You could get him this year. This could be his takeoff year. He has better quarterback play. People are around him to make sure that he's successful. This could be the year that he actually takes off and actually becomes, he could end up WR1 this year. He could. That's the kind of talent he has. The problem with that, He doesn't have the same team as everybody else, but his talent dictates he could be up there with number one. No cap. I'm going to tell you that for real. I believe that. He's that nice. Malik Neighbors is that nice. I would love to see what he does. And with this better quarterback play this year. Last year, he had no quarterback play. This year, he's actually getting quarterbacks who can bring it down the field and sustain that and put up some numbers. You know, Russell Wilson ain't what he used to be, but he's damn sure an upgrade this year from what he had last year. And the boy still put up 1,200 yards. What's he going to do this year? You got to know it, people. They got him projected for 1,400 yards this year. 8 TDs, four carries, 24. Well, 8 TDs, that's what they got him projected for. 8 TDs, 1,400 yards. That is outstanding. If he does that, he will be a hero, especially because I think the Giants are going to be better than everybody think they are. They got a defense, people. They got some people on offense. They got some running backs. And if they put in that rookie, they might be ready. I'm telling you. They might turn some heads in that NFC East. But, you know, this is the positives right now, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is an absolute fantasy stud. Banger. Banger, people. He can put up 40. He has the physical attributes to do so. He's that nice. Now, my concern about Malik Neighbors is every time I look up, the boy's injured. I'm going to tell you right now. It's something about injuries, right? When you become injury prone, it's real. It's a real thing. Injury prone, it starts to become a pattern. And I don't know. I'm not a professional athlete. I don't know why people get injured. But it seems that some people just keep getting injured. What are they doing? What are they not doing? Are they taking care of their bodies correct? Do they put in the effort to stay healthy? I don't know. This guy seems a little frail. I mean, there's always some tic-tac, knick-knack thing that always happens. And you get that. Maybe he's that dynamic of an athlete that it hurts him some ways to run the way he runs. Because the boy's fast. He's physical too. You know? So when you got that kind of dynamic athlete in Malik Neighbors, things can go wrong. And I believe Malik Neighbors, he definitely, you got to keep one eye open and in the back of your mind think, hey, man, this guy, he might, really, he might be a good pick, but right now he's questionable. He's coming back, I guess, to practice, to do some light work. He's not even, at full practice yet, I don't believe. But it's a good sign to see him back at practice, and I think they're going to be cautious with the guy because he has some knick-knack injuries since he's been in the league. So sophomore campaign, wishing him health. Puka Nakua's up next, and I'm wishing him health too. But again, I'm sorry about that. Let's start off with the positive. Puka Nakua. What more can I say? This is the PPR champion. He's going to get you 10, 12, 13 catches. Banger, people. He's a banger. Automatically. Give it up for the banger. Banger. Off rip. He off rip. He's a banger. I like Puka Nakua. Puka, there's so many good things to say about Puka Nakua at the number 8 spot. So many things. I believe Puka, let's just call him Nakua. I like Nakua because, his name is a tongue twister. So let's just say Nakua. Nakua is a big physical receiver, right? At number 8, last year, he was injured most of the year. But when he came back, he had 990 yards. 12.5 is his average. That's his average catch. And he gets 10. Now let's take that in comparison to who was before him. Malik and Amara both had 11 average catch yards. Meanwhile, Puka is 1.5 over them at 12.5. Now, he didn't get in the end zone as much, especially with those injuries that he was dealing with last year. Puka Nakua If he's on the field and he's healthy, he is one of the more elite talents out there. I mean, his ability to catch the ball, see the ball, his size, and having McVay out there, McVay is going to feed you. He's going to feed you when you're nice. I mean, the kid's going to come, he's going to have receptions after receptions after receptions. If he comes on the field and he's healthy, I mean, he missed basically the first 7 games of the year, almost put up 1,000 yards, and he missed. He basically had nothing in the first game, and then he missed straight first 6 games before his bye, and he still almost had 1,000 yards. You put those games back, I mean, he's looking like a 1,500-yard season. This man is crazy. What he'd be able to do with a full season will be amazing this year. Totally believe that 100 about him. He has a great offense. He has a good running back. He has a great quarterback, all-time, a Super Bowl winning team quarterback and coach who's going to get him the ball, and they know how to give their best players the ball. That's the beauty of having Sean McVay out there as your coach. He knows how to get you the ball when you're great. When they want to give you the ball. Now, they totally didn't want to give Cooper Kupp the ball last year. They got him out of there on purpose. That was a hit job. But believe me, it's set up for him and Devontae Adams to flourish this year. I mean, on the same side, he's got one of the best wide receivers of all time. Top 30, 20 guy in Devontae Adams on the other side of him, who still produces, who's still going to have a great year with a great quarterback. Both of those guys are going to be phenomenal. And he can go deep. He can catch the ball on the side. He's a true number 1 receiver. He's a true, and he's also, he's like a number 1 receiver who's a third down receiver, because he's got such the big body where he can shield his and get the ball boxed out and come down with the ball. He can box you out. That's the greatness of Puka Nacua. That's why I think he's amazing to have as a fantasy football player, and that his number 8 ranking, that is phenomenal value. Now, negatives, Puka, like I said, injured most of the first half of the year. 6 games, did absolutely nothing. Are we worried about his injury? Yes. He got injured that much last year. Can he come back and have a full season this year? Yes. He broke the rookie's receiving record? Yes. Do you want to see, could he end up being WR1? Yep. With a full season? Yep. Almost had 1,000 yards. But he missed 5-6 games. Could have had 1,500. Let's see what he does as a true number 1 this year, healthy. But can he be healthy? That's a big knock on him. He's got everything else working for him. But at 7, 8, he's in a tremendous value at number 8. He is a tremendous value at number 8. You can book it. If he's there, if he's in the game, he's getting the receptions. And this is PPR, people, believe it. This is what you come for. The receptions, the opportunities. He's going to get fed the ball. He has the offense behind him. He has a great team behind him. He has a great offensive line in front, next to him. That means he is set up for success if he can stay healthy. And that's my knock. He was injured last year. This is year 3. Time to prove what you are on the field by staying healthy this year. Let's get a repeat of that rookie year. Let's get a repeat of it. We need to see that from you, Puka. Please. We need to see that. All right, now, let's bring up number 7. And this is highly debated number 7 and controversial. Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey pulls up at your number 7 spot. He's at number 7, people. Positives about Christian. 2 years ago, we seen him have an incredible MVP-like season. 2 years ago, every time he touched the ball was magic. It felt that way. It felt like he was inevitable to get you 30 points. Banger. History of being a banger. And you know what? The positives are he has a great coach who knows how to give him the ball. He's still the starter. He has a quarterback who's, pretty good. He'll work out. He's adequate. Line's okay. Receiving court's a little shoddy, but, he'll make it work. He catches the ball. He moves with grace when he's out there, and he puts up points. Last year, he had a shitty year. And I can't even go on the positives from there because he was the #1 overall projected person last year, and he shit on everybody. Defecated all over everybody who picked him. DW Mustangs had him last year. He was sick. So sick. But somehow they find running backs to back him up that always seem to get hurt. Just like it's crazy how they find all these running backs in San Francisco. It just be running backs coming out the woodwork, but somehow they all get hurt. It's like it's a revolving door of hurt running backs in San Francisco. It's like, how does this happen? How do they get all this talent to get there? As soon as you get there and you get a gold helmet, you know how to run the ball, you look absolutely amazing, and then you get hurt. It's an endless revolving door of that going on in San Francisco. They can never put it together. Never. And this is why this is highly controversial, him being at the #7 spot on ESPN. Nobody believes that he's going to stay healthy. Nobody believes. And that's the last 3 guys I done talked about. And this is why they fell to the back end of the draft. You notice what happened here? These guys that I'm mentioning right now, they fell to 7, 8, 9, all because of health last year. These are the same guys. This is what ESPN does. You know what I mean? These guys have potential to be great, potential to be league game changers. But injury concerns pushed them to let's see, 7, 8, 9 instead of 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, last year, Puka was #2 and Christian McCaffrey was #1. These were the ADP ranks. If you look at it now, Christian shouldn't have been drafted. Puka Nacua is probably WR 40 or something like that if you want to take him for those little bonds. I mean, honestly, for what he gave you. And that's how that works out. I told you, like, 5 out of these 10 players are going to shit all over you. They're not going to happen. They're not going to work out the way you want them to work out. Thus, Christian McCaffrey. Thus, Puka Nacua. So you gotta figure out which one of these people mean the more to you. You know what I mean? And it's going to work. And it's not always going to work the way you want it to work. You got to have a little luck involved. But damn, man, this is going to shit on you. It's just going to happen. You just got to make sure you're getting the ones with the lowest risk. But these guys are a little riskier. They got the best value, but they can work out and change things at the same time. They can shit all over you. So if I was you, I would really, really, really do my homework and be wary of taking guys with huge risk. All right, let's move to the next pick. And I kind of think that this guy could have did way more if not for the health of his quarterback going down. And that's also something you got to take into account because of this. One doesn't work without the other. CeeDee Lamb, ranked #6 on ESPN for Board and Fantasy Football League, he had 152 targets, 101 catches with 1194. With that almost a 12. 11.8 average per catch, yards per catch. That's not bad. He had an incredible year. When it comes down to it, he had an incredible year. I'm going to tell you why. Mostly because his quarterback was hurt and he had to make do with backup doo-doo. Backup doo-doo is horrible. You know right away when a backup's in the game and he looks like a backup. And CeeDee Lamb was in there with backups most of the year and his production dropped because of it. Mind you, he was pretty healthy. He didn't play the last 2 games of the season, and he has some great games here and there. But if he doesn't have his starting quarterback in Dak, he's not gonna He's not going to be as great as he can be because he needs that familiarity with his quarterback. More positive, this boy has incredible hands. He's real jerky. His route running is unpredictable, and they feed him the ball. They find ways to give him the ball. He lines up all over the field. CD lines up all over the field. He goes in motion. They're constantly trying to find the mismatch for CD Lamb in that offense. You cannot tell me that is not the way to do things when it comes to having a great receiver. You know, like last year, I watched Marvin Harrison Jr. out in the field. They had no idea how to get that boy the ball. No idea. But CD, he lines up everywhere. He's not just lining up at the number one X spot. He's going at the slot. He's lined up in the backfield. He's motioning across. They're finding ways to get him on a linebacker who can't cover him. This is the best thing about CeeDee Lamb, that he does not need to be in one. He's never in one spot. He's all over the field. He's getting so many targets. PPR, people, that's where it's important. He's a banger. He comes out and he plays. He's a baller. You got to give it up for CD. He's going to come out and give you 110%, and he demands that ball. He's going to act up if he ain't getting it. This is what he's about. I promise you. CD is a good pick at that value at number 6. I believe that. I believe that CD will work out for you if you go get him. Now, let's talk about the negatives about CD at number 6. Because it's a pretty high pick for a wide receiver who depends on Dak Prescott as his quarterback. Dak has some history problems with injury. Thus, injury made CD slide all the way to number 6. He was projected in the top 2 pick last year. 3 pick. Him, Nakua, Christian McCaffrey, all in the top 3 last year. All some type of injury took him out. Whether it's your quarterback or it's you, it's a trickle-down effect for your boy CD Lamb. CD is a bit of a hothead sometimes. He gets emotional. If he's not getting the ball, he's upset. You like that and you don't like that at the same time. But I like a guy who's demanding the ball, though, for real, for real. I like a guy who's going to come out there and make sure that he's getting what he needs to. Like, I expect his touchdowns to go up like this year. He had 6 last year, which is kind of low. 6 touchdowns. But this is the problem with that is his quarterback is bad in the red zone. Because they couldn't run the ball like they wanted to in the red zone. And, I mean, they couldn't score as many points as they needed to score. So the red zone was an issue for the Cowboys in getting points. So, see, that's a negative for CD because you want a team that can score points. You want a team that can get in the end zone, not just PPR. Them touchdowns are 6 points. It's a 6-point right away. Plus the reception, that's 7 points. You need that touchdown. You want them to score more than 6 touchdowns. You got to have it. I mean, you got to. All right, let's go ahead and move up. We'll speed it up a little bit. Talk about your boy Jahmyr Gibbs. He's coming in at number 5 on your rankings for ESPN. Number 5. What more can I say about Jahmyr Gibbs? Explosive. Fast. That boy make them cuts. He's gone. One cut, he gets to the outside. He out of there. Dan Campbell knows how to give him the rock. He knows when to bring that lightning out of the bottle. He can explode and go for 50 yards, 60-yard touchdowns. He gets a little peek, a window of light, a crevice. He's gone. He reads the blocks very well. And as the game goes, he gets better. Does great work in the second half. I mean, he has great value at number 5. I'm telling you, he's a great pickup at number 5. I'm at number 5. And taking him at number 5, I mean, who wouldn't? If I'm there, if he's right there, he's a good option at number 5. I don't know if he will be, but he's a good option at number 5. I'm just saying. He had 11 TDs, 16 TDs last year. with 1,400 yards on the ground. He also caught the ball 52 times for 500 yards and 4 TDs on them catches. So he had 20 TDs last year. I mean, this value is crazy. This guy is going to be nuts out there. A certified banger. Give it up for your boy. That boy's a banger. We can't even say nothing else. We can't front. We can't say nothing else. Jamar's a banger. At number 5, you get him, you are more than good. I mean, to be able to do those type of numbers. What is this, his third year? Third year. It's getting better and better. His team is solid. They're going to the playoffs. The Lions are going to the playoffs. Believe that. His team is solid. Go ahead. Book him. Book him at number 5 if you got it. If you get number 5, number 6, number 7, and Jamar Gibbs is there, book him. It's almost nothing I can say bad about him. Almost nothing. He does so well at doing all the little things when he gets in the backfield. I enjoy watching him play because he's electric. Detroit's a great place to play because they have great offense that doesn't just do the same thing. You know what I mean? David Montgomery is his biggest negative. David starts the game between the tackles and he finishes. I mean, he gets a lot of carries. A lot. And last year, he had a pretty good year himself. Nowhere near Jamar Gibbs. But he still had 185 carries for 700 yards. 775. With 12 TDs. Now that is a problem. People pray for this guy to get hurt. I'm telling you. Imagine what Jamar Gibbs does without David Montgomery. Imagine the points he puts up. He's the number 1 fantasy football player in the world if David Montgomery goes away. I mean, that's a 2,000-yard season, people. He had 36 catches, David Montgomery. 36. This offense scores points, and the running backs are the catalyst for those points. He's a great pick. Jamar Gibbs is a great pick. Pick him at number 5. Book him. He's a banger, people. He's real. Certified. Book him. But if there's any negatives, is that his counterpart gets the ball for 700 yards on 185 carries and scored 20. He had 12 touchdowns. His longest was 21. So that means he's getting the goal line carries, people. Jamar Gibbs had his fair share. Sonic and Knuckles, go ham. Both of them. I don't mind either one of them on your team. But if you had to choose, you want Gibbs. He's the biggest upside. He's going to get the most carries. He's the younger guy. But David Montgomery is an issue. He is an issue. Let's keep it 100. He's an issue. Because you won't get the full 2,000-yard season I believe that this boy has in him if David Montgomery gets his usual 700 yards. It's just real. And those goal line carries are killing him from being the most dominant fantasy football player we have. Because he would be if not for David Montgomery. And that's just 100. That's no cap. Take it for wherever you want to take it. I'm going to give it to you real. Imperial says he's still a top 5 pick. He's still going to do damage. But he will be shorted because of this split situation. And every fantasy player hates the split. If somebody's splitting carries, it grinds your gears. It pisses you off royally. 100%. Because I know it pisses me off. I can't stand this shit. I hate when they split. But if you had to have a splitting situation, Detroit is your splitting situation. Trust that. Book them. All right, let's move on. Let's get this game going. This is a pretty long show today. I'm trying to do an hour or so, give y'all some content today. Start talking a little bit longer, getting into my groove. Now, number 4 is near and dear to my heart. His name is Saquon Barkley. What more can I say about Mr. Backwards Hurdle? He's got tree trunks for legs. He's powerful. He's elusive. He sees the cut. He's the best running back in fantasy by just position. Just his position. He's on the Super Bowl team with the best line in football. He had a 2,000-yard year, and he didn't even play in the 16th game, or the last game. He's the most. I mean, he's probably the best player in football. Most dynamic when it comes to giving him the ball. We can't wait to watch what he does next. I mean, it's him and Lamar Jackson when you think about it. He moves the offense. He scares you. He's a second-level guy. He puts the fear in the heart of everybody when he touches the ball. Every single time. You don't want to tackle him in the fourth quarter. He's still running like a bowling ball. He's bouncing off you, people. He runs dynamic. He has his own style. He doesn't care. He's trying to get yards his way. He's the most talented guy out there on the field, day in, day out. Every time he steps on the football field, he is that dude. We know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. I mean, what more can we say? 2,000-yard season. There's only been a couple of those. He's got them. But he has negatives. Everybody has negatives. Let me talk about them negatives. First negative, the tush push. The tush push. That is his ultimate enemy. Jalen Hurts. Every time the ball gets into one, don't give it to Saquon. Destroy your center and put 3 or 4 600-pound men or whatever they weigh on top of your center and try to kill him every time. This is what they do. They'd rather do that than give the ball to Saquon Barkley for 1 yard. I think it's the most idiotic thing and the biggest reason that Jason Kelce chose to retire. Because he couldn't take it anymore. They're literally throwing these people on top of the center every damn tush push, and he's got to sit there every time and go through it. And meanwhile, taking points away from Saquon Barkley, who could be the MVP of the league. And this isn't even my main concern with Saquon Barkley. My main concern with Saquon Barkley is the fucking, excuse my language, is the NFL Madden cover. He had to be on the mat. That makes me sick. Sick. I'm sick by that. I can't stand it. The Madden cover though, come on, Saquon. You know us fantasy football players are superstitious. You gonna go get on the Madden cover? Doing the hurdle? Man, come on, man. And he already ran for 2,000. And he had the ball 345 time carries and 33 receptions for 270. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to put on one man. To come back and do it again. We'll see how they had a deep run in the playoffs, people. So how much steam is he going to be able to have this year? Is his prime on the back end right now, or is he in his prime? Is he in the back end, or is he in his prime still? That's what we need to know. But that's all I got to say. And the negatives go less and less as you go higher on the list. So these are going to go a little quicker. Justin Jefferson, people. He's number 3. JJ is box office. JJ is talented. He's tall, he's big, he's physical, he's fast, he runs routes amazing. He has the confidence. He has, everything you want in a WR1. He might be WR1 because he gets fed, he gets the ball. He's a banger, people. You can book it. A certified banger. He's going to give you 40 maybe. When I tell you that boy can put the ball up, he's going to put the ball up. Because he's going to get them catches. You want him at number 3. At that value is amazing. Justin Jefferson is the closest thing we got to Randy Moss, in my opinion. He's the closest thing we got to one of the greats of a receiver. You know what I mean? Like the prototypical receiver that we're used to, growing up. Justin Jefferson is him right now. He is him. Go look at his numbers. He had a mediocre year to me last year. I mean, honestly, to me, I felt like he left a lot of meat on the bone. Pause. But he did, though. He only had 103 receptions last year for 1,500 yards, 10 TDs. He averaged 14.9 a reception. That is outstanding. Book it. Banger, people. He is the best thing you got. He's one of the best in the league. He's one or two. He's one or two when it comes to WR. When it comes to wideouts, he is one or two. He's got the flash. He's dominant. He shows up. No matter who the quarterback is, he's going to do his. And they're giving him the ball. Believe it, you can book that 100%. And if they're not giving the ball, you're going to know about it. And if he starts slow in the game, he's going to finish good. And if he starts fast, he's going to get you a 40-point game because he's a banger. Why? Because he's a banger. Why? Because he's a banger. You can book that. You can book that. Jefferson is great value at 3. I believe in him as a fantasy football player. You should too. Now, his negatives, there's not a lot. He does get injured here and there, but not for long. He comes back to the field. He has too much pride to stay away. He's tough. But the amount of usage does make him get knick-knack injuries that you have to watch out for. Not much I can say about Jefferson that ain't great. Since he's been in the league, he's been nothing but outstanding. At number 3, he's an amazing pick of value. I believe ESPN got this right. He can be no lower than 3. 100%. 100%. Let's move on to your number 2. Bijan. Oh, let me say it right. Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson. This might be his year, y'all. Mike Penix is going to be out there as your starter all year. He had a full training camp. Everybody's getting used to him being a lefty, being out there, getting passes from him, because you know the boy can catch. You know, last year, he went off of 56. He almost averaged 5 yards per carry. This year, they expect him to do the same thing. Do I? I do. I think he might exceed that. I believe Atlanta offense is dynamic. I want to see what their coach does, though. How are they going to feed him the ball? I believe he'll be a great running back. He doesn't have many negatives. I mean, the boy can pass block. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He's a certified banger. 100. His negatives, there aren't many. I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you what the negatives are. I really can't. They don't push. He's getting all the carries. I don't feel like he's going to split significantly with anybody. Bijan is a great value at number 2. Bar none. He is a great value. 100%. 100%. What don't I like about Bijan? Well, Bijan is that I can't say Bijan without saying Bijan first because I forget his name. I mean, we've been calling him Bijan for a couple years. He want to tell his name's Bijan now. Whatever. But I could say that they do get kind of stagnant. I wouldn't say that they have the best offensive scheme. I wouldn't say that they have they're going to get in the end zone a lot and score a lot of points. I wouldn't call them a safe bet in that division as a powerhouse on offense. And I believe the wide receiving core out there in Atlanta, it's not as deep. But so I do think people are going to play them to stop the run more than they're going to play them to stop the pass. I think they're going to live and die with Penix passing other than letting Bijan beat them. So I do think he will see a lot of attention from the defenses this year. I think everybody will come into the game thinking, how do we stop Bijan? London will be the next thought, but the first thought of everybody who steps on that Falcons field or against the Falcons, they're going to say, how do we stop Bijan Robinson? How do we do it? What do we do? Bijan Robinson is the main issue. He's the main problem. He's the guy that you got to go out and stop. So every defense is going to be geared towards him who play the Falcons. He's going to be their first objective. Does that mean they're going to stop him? Hell no, because the boy's got the talent. That just means that he won't do as well on some games because he will be the focal point of every defense. You can book that, but you can also book my boy in the top 2 because he's a certified banger bucket. You can book it. Let's move on now to your number 1 guy. And you know who that is? Everybody knows who that is. Everybody. And his name is Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase. We all know why he's number 1. Because he plays on a team who throws the ball 1,000,000 times. in a great offense with a great quarterback and another great receiver on the other side. So it's hard to double them, and they're lethal. Not only is he playing with his college quarterback, he's playing with a top 5 quarterback of the league. So the familiarity between him and good old Joe is amazing. This is a certified banger, people. Certified 100% banger. He is the best receiver in the game to a lot of people. He has the most opportunities. He gets the ball and he runs like a running back, but he runs routes like a receiver. He's amazing in the open field, hard to tackle. He's unbelievably fast. He runs all outside the numbers, crazy routes. As the ball is in the air, he's coming down with it. And he's going to scamper after the catch. He's amazing. Amazing. 13.4 yards per catch. 1,700 yards he had last year. That's amazing. That's amazing. 127 receptions. There is no reason to believe he won't do this next year. This year. 17 touchdowns. Come on, man. It's hard. It's hard being a fantasy football league player because you almost feel like when you got the number 1 pick, you have to pick who everybody thinks number 1 is. The pressure to pick that person is crazy. Our Chase is literally in the best position to be the number 1 player in the league to be chosen on fantasy football draft. Number 1. He's in the best position. I mean, by God, this guy is electric. He's outstanding. He outscores everybody when it comes to points per reception. I mean, 127 catches is outstanding. PPR, people, certified banger. Negatives? I'm having a hard time finding negatives for Ja'Marr Chase right now. I really am. I don't think he'll have I don't think he'll have 3 bad games next year. I don't. I'm taking him first. I mean, people have bad luck with number 1 picks. Last year was Christian McCaffrey. This year's him. I mean, he could be taken and get hurt first game. You know, that's bad luck. But it's part of our game, people. It's part of fantasy. Ja'Marr Chase is a certified banger. He's a good bet. He plays with a great quarterback. But any one of those things can go away at any given time because fantasy football is like that. We know that. But I believe in Ja'Marr Chase this year. I believed in him last year. He's going to get the ball, and he's going to do something crazy because you can't double him. T. Higgins is over there. But again, T. Higgins, he did go off the field. He is a little banged up. Will he be back? What's his story right now? That might be a negative because now we get to double him. Do I think that'll matter? I really don't. I think nothing you can do is going to stop that boy from getting what he's going to get. But I'm telling you right now, if you take him, be wary of the first round curse because that pressure to take him first and just the likelihood of something happening just because becomes even greater. But anyways, guys, thank you for coming out tonight. It's your boy, the Imperial Godz, and this is More Than Fantasy Football League podcast. And I appreciate you guys for coming out. Remember, like, subscribe, and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the night. I really enjoyed being out here with you. So come on back if you want more. Peace.